Hi, my name is Tiffany, and welcome to my shiny new YouTube channel. This series, I'll be covering CodeDog for people who are looking for an open source project to contribute to. And I'll be doing a lot of code walkthroughs of the CodeDog engine rather than tutorials on how to use CodeDog, but you will see a few tutorials. So what is CodeDog? CodeDog is a source to multi-source compiler and a multi-platform app builder. This means you write your program once in CodeDog, and then it can compile native code for your target platforms. For example, CodeDog will compile to C++ for Linux, Java for Android, or Swift for Mac OS. CodeDog also automates a lot of the decisions a developer makes, such as choosing libraries or even tailoring a GUI to a specific environment. In this video, I will cover setting up your development environment, and then I'm going to build and run an example CodeDog project. So let's get started. I'm starting with an installation of Linux Mint on VirtualBox running on my Windows machine. If you don't have a dedicated Linux box, you can download VirtualBox and install a copy of Linux on that. I'll put a link to that and anything else you might need in the description below. First, let's open a terminal window and install a few things we'll need. So here we're running an update, and all that does is it'll update your package manager, and then we're going to install several things. We're going to install the build essential, which is the development toolchain for C++. We're installing Git, and this is just the command line interface for Git. Meld is a diff viewer, so basically it compares two files. And geany is a text editor. You might already have a text editor, but we've created a CodeDog syntax highlighter for geany, so we recommend you use that. Let's go ahead and run this install. I'm going to type in my password. And while this is running, I've probably have a lot of this stuff already installed. However, I did want to show you the process. And this is just going to take a few moments. I'll be back when it's done. The update and install has completed, and now I'm going to go ahead and clone the CodeDog repository. First, I'm in my home directory, so I want to make a new folder specific for my development. So make dir, and I'm going to call it devl. And now I'm going to change directories into the development folder. And now we're going to clone CodeDog. So this is just going to clone CodeDog from the given URL. And I'm going to ls so I can list what's in the directory. And now you can see right here that CodeDog is now cloned into my devl directory. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up our Python environment. So wget is just downloading a file from the URL I gave. And now I'm going to install Python 3. Which has already been installed. And now Python 3 will come with pip. And pip's just the package manager for Python. So we're going to use pip3 and install pyparsing. Now pyparsing is what we're using as the parser for CodeDog. And now that's installed. Our last installation is we're just going to grab some required dependencies for CodeDog. And these are mostly a bunch of libraries that we need for a build in C++. And this will take a few moments. The next thing we're going to do is add CodeDog to the path variable by editing .bashrc. Right now we're in the devl folder, so I'm going to go ahead and cd back into the home directory. And now I'm going to open up .bashrc file in geany. And then somewhere near the bottom, I'm going to want to add CodeDog to the path. And that would look like the line that I just entered here. And we'll go ahead and save that. And now let's test and see if that works. So I'm going to have to restart the terminal window. And let's cd into devl and CodeDog. And once we're in CodeDog, let's have a look around here. There's a couple folders to note. There's a libs folder, and that's going to be where our libraries are. In the main CodeDog folder, you'll see a bunch of .py Python files. And these are basically the CodeDog compiler. And then another place to note is this examples folder. So let's go ahead and cd into the examples folder and have a look at what's there. And there's just some example CodeDog files there. Let's go ahead and run one of these while we test our CodeDog command from the command line. And let's run minimal game.dog. Now it's just parsing, choosing libraries. And building the code. Now it's building the executable. Okay, so it did build that executable. It's going to be, since this was a Linux build, it's going to be in the Linux build folder. So let's cd into the Linux build folder, and we're going to list what's in that folder. And you see the minimal game right here. We're going to run that. That's all for this time. Next time, let's go over how CodeDog actually builds a program. Thank you for watching.